Go close to the wall. We do it together because you have already done this. Have two blocks, blade shape. Blade shape, we talk about this. Blade shape, the flat surface against the wall. Flat surface against the wall. Now, before you lie down, I want you to take a belt, long belt, or a standard belt beside you. We'll use that later. Just have it beside you. Don't worry about that. Then we're going to lie down. Everyone lie down with me. We're going to do it together. Now you need to measure the distance by placing the heel on the block, and then you are about 90% straight, something like mine, about 90% straight, 90% straight. Once you're ready, make sure you roll your sacrum towards the heel side. You can move your buttock up slightly, roll your sacrum, place your lower back flat. Place your lower back flat with slightly bent leg. That should be possible for most people. So try to make your lower back flat, roll the sacrum, then maintain your sensitivity with the wall on your feet. Okay? From here, we are going to press the heel more. Try to press the heel more. As you push the heel into the wall, pull your thigh towards your hip to straighten the leg. This is what we did yesterday. And then feel that straightness, feel that engagement. Because of the mat on the floor, your pelvis will be posterior tilt. It will pull your sacrum towards your heel. And then your stomach is relaxed and in. Soft and in. And then maintain the legs engaged. Now we raise the arms over the head and lengthen the spine. Good. Now you should feel the lengthening from pushing the heel. You'll be pushing the mount, you may be pushing your toes, but don't lose your heel connection. Keep pushing the heel into the wall and then keep pulling your top thigh, your front thigh into the hip. And then from there, you extend your spine, extend your arms. Stay here for a while. Stay here for a while. Now, experienced students, seasoned practitioners, as you push the heel into the wall, focus more on the inner heel. When you focus more on the inner heel, the inner thigh, inner leg activated. And then your thighs can start to rotate inwards. Stay there. Now, beginners, even if you want to try, you're more than welcome to try. But as a beginner, you should focus more on the gross level awareness. That means that at least the leg can be activated. Then you focus more on the subtle points. But if you want to try, you are more than welcome to do so as well. And release, release, bend the legs, step on the floor, release. Now, after you have pushed this, you might need to move slightly towards the wall. We're going to repeat the second time. I want to start imprinting this into your body before we progress. So we do this one more time. Put your legs up. Make sure your toes is facing upwards. So your toes is not flaring out. Very few people going in, very few. So I'm not going to remind that. Just not turning your foot out. Your feet, toes is facing upwards. Okay? Now 90% straight legs with your lower back, your sacrum on the wall, on the floor. From here, focus on the heel. The heel needs to be pushing, not just the front of the foot. The front of the foot can push, but don't lose your heel. Keep pushing the heel. And then as you extend the legs straight, pull your thighs into the hip. And because of the floor, your lower back, your sacrum move towards the heel direction. Now, maintaining this strength, maintaining this, remember, you're not pushing your knee down. You're pulling the thigh into the hip in order to straighten the legs. Maintaining this, seasoned practitioners push more on your inner heel and then feel your inner leg. Your inner leg being activated. Now your thigh starts to rotate inwards, not the bones. The bones is still stay. Only the muscle start to turn in. The muscle starts to turn in as you push into the inner heel. Then we extend our arms over the head and then lengthen your spine. Feel the connection from the heel, especially the inner heel, to your fingers. Feel that. Stay here for a while. Stay here for a while. Imprint this into your body. Now, a lot of these exercises may seem very easy, but it's very essential for you to be able to control your body. And release, bend the legs. We're going to do one last time. Good things come in 3. Move your body slightly towards the wall, because after you push, you tend to move away. So in order to maintain that resistance with the wall, you need to move slightly in. Okay? Now, when you're ready, put your legs up onto put your feet up onto the block. Toes facing upwards. Now feel your heel. Feel your heel. Make sure your lower back and your sacrum is flat on the floor. Now, with this in mind, press the heel, engage the top thigh, pull the thighs towards your hip, and straighten the legs. As you straighten the legs, your stomach should be soft and in. Your stomach should be soft and in. Good. Stay here. Seasoned practitioners put more onto the inner heel and then feel the internal rotation of the muscles on your thigh. Feel the internal rotation as you push more on the inner heel. And then extend our arms over the head. Lengthen the spine. Breathe. Stay here. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Bend your legs, step on the floor. Good. Now you should have a belt close to you. So you're going to make a big loop. A big loop. Maybe like this, very big loop. And I want you to place it down after you make the big loop and watch first. Watch first. We're going to do Supta Padangusthasana 1. Okay. Now I'm going to move myself just a tiny little bit closer to the wall, like just now, so I can have the resistance of the wall to help me. This time we're going to use only one leg. I'm going to start with my left leg so that you can see on the screen here. Same thing as what you did. Push the heel and then pull the thighs and then straighten. But this time, not only pushing the heel towards the wall, I want you to push the heel down. So pushing the heel down and into the wall, pull the thighs, and then to straighten the leg. Okay? Now maintaining this strength. Push more on the inner heel so your thigh starts to internally rotate. Look at my hip, not like this, not falling. Your hip is not falling. Press the inner heel, internally rotate the thigh. So this is strong leg, not relaxed. Strong leg. You are internally rotating your thigh. Okay? Then, after we have trained one leg, we're going to release, bend slightly, but this time we're going to prepare the top leg. Place the belt. See how I place the belt? This is the loop. You make a big loop. Your buckle should be on the side. As long as you're not touching the buckle, anyway, it's fine. Then I'm going to put it closer to the heel side. Can you see? I'm closer to the heel side. Doesn't have to be go all the way to the heel, just closer to the heel side. And then I have my legs bent. Both legs bent first. See how I'm holding the loop. I'm holding the loop like this. See, the palm is facing me. The palm is facing me. Okay? From here, press the heel, bottom leg, press the heel, push into the wall, pull the thigh, and then press into the inner heel. Prepare the bottom leg, and then now your hands, arms away, elbow away, and then you need to resist your top leg. As you resist your top leg, pull the top leg thigh in. As you resist with your arm, you pull your top leg thigh in to straighten. And then we're going to stay here. Okay, now let's try together. Move yourself slightly closer to the wall so you can use the wall as a resistance to help you. Now, everyone lie down. Everyone lie down. Now, first time, we're going to do the bottom leg only, not the top leg, only the bottom leg. So your belt, you can put it aside if you want to. Left leg, try left leg first. Extend the left leg, slightly bend, 90% straight. Now, not only pushing the heel into the wall, you need to press the heel down. Okay, that is the strength. Keep pushing down and pushing into the wall. As you keep pressing down, see if I want to lift my leg up, not so easy. So those people who are not using, your leg will go up. Okay, so imagine I'm pulling your leg up, but you need to resist me. I can't be by your side, but you need to see. You need to keep pressing down. As you press down, pull the thighs in to straighten your left leg. And then as you straighten your left leg, go more on the inner heel, rotate the thigh in. More inner heel, rotate the thigh in. So your hip, look at the hip, not like this, not falling. Your hip should be rolling up and thighs rolling in. Okay, release the left leg. Now we're going to try the right leg. Prepare your right leg. I don't know how. Okay, I'm going to do this so you can see the other leg. Okay, now not only pushing the heel into the wall, but also the heel pressing down. Okay, imagine as you press down, I want to lift your leg up. You don't allow me to do so. Maintaining that strength. Now push the heel, press the heel down, pull the thigh in to straighten. As you pull the thighs in to straighten, go more on the inner heel and then rotate your thigh in. Rotate the thigh in as you press more into the inner heel. Good. Stay there. Don't push your knee. It's about muscle. It's not about the knee. It's not a joint. It's the muscle. Okay, release. Now we're going to do both legs now. Have your belt ready. Now left leg, bend, bend. Then take your right leg up, place the belt onto closer to the heel side, closer to the heel side. And then hold both sides of the loop, hold both sides of the loop. Both sides of the loop with the palm facing your face. Elbow away. Okay, now with the top leg slightly bent, now prepare your bottom leg, press the heel down, push the heel into the wall, pull the thigh into the hip to straighten the bottom leg. And then go into inner heel, turn your thigh in, internal rotation, maintaining strong foundation leg. Then arms gently pull down, elbow away. So you feel the resistance as if there is a wall on top of you. Then pull the right thigh bone in to straighten the top leg. Everyone just go to 90 degrees and not more than 90 degrees. If you are very stiff, you can go less than 90 degrees. If you are very stiff, otherwise go to 90 degrees. Stay here, stay here. Now, bottom leg, are you pressing your heel down? Press your heel down, pull your thighs into the hip. Push more into the wall with your inner heel and then internally rotate your left thigh. Now, arms gently pull down, resist your heel and then pull your right thigh bone towards the floor into the hip. Stay here, stay here. And release. Change side. Move slightly closer to the wall because every time we push against the wall, our body can move. So in order to still continually feeling the resistance from the wall, you may need to move slightly in every time. Left leg, slightly bend and then place it on your block. Slightly bend, place it on your block. Then take your left leg up and then place your belt closer to your heel and then hold the belt, both sides of your loop, and then with the palm facing your face, with the palm facing the face. Open your elbow and then just stay here. Stay here. Both legs are bent. Now prepare your bottom leg, push the heel down into the block, and then pull your thigh bone in, and then push the inner heel into the wall to internally rotate your thigh, your right thigh, internally rotate. Then arms gently pull down, feel the resistance. Left thigh bone, pull into the hip to straighten the leg. pull into the leg to straighten the leg. Only stay in 90 degrees. It's the easiest to pull the thigh bone in when you are in the 90 degrees. Of course, if your hip joint is too tight, you can go less than 90 degrees. That's fine. But otherwise, go to 90 degrees and not more. I don't want more. Here, you lose the connection. Not so easy to have the connection with the thigh going into the hip. 90 degrees is the most sensitive one. Stay there. Stay there. Yes, keep resisting. Resisting your bottom leg. Press the heel down. Pull your right thigh bone into the hip. Press your inner heel, right inner heel into the wall. Internally rotate your right thigh. Now resist your arm pulling down gently, not so hard, but just gently. And then your left thigh bone pull down into the wall to straighten the leg. Stay here and release, release. I want to repeat this one more time. Repeat this one more time. So there are quite a lot of actions going on. So for beginners, if you are not able to control all of this action, that's fine. Find the actions that you can control and then stick with them. And over time, you will develop more sensitivity with your body and you will be able to control all of this action. Experienced practitioners try to stay with all of the actions at the same time. See how much you can maintain that actions at the same time. Okay? Now move yourself closer to the wall a little bit. Then left leg bend, touching the wall. Right leg up, place your belt, and then both legs are bent. Prepare. After you have prepared that, press the left heel into the block, pull the thigh bone into the hip, press the inner left heel into the wall, internally rotate your left thigh. Maintaining strong left thigh. Now arms gently pull down, resist with your right heel. Then as you extend the right heel up, pull your right thigh bone into the hip to straighten the top leg. And then come to 90 degrees, only 90 degrees. Stay here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Left side. Move yourself slightly closer to the wall. Right leg onto the block, slightly bent. Take your belt, put it on your left heel, closer to the heel side, and then both legs are slightly bent. Okay, ready? Now right heel, push down into the block, and then pull the right thigh bone into the hip. And then now right inner heel, push into the wall, internally rotate your right thigh. Maintaining your right thigh action, now gently pull your arm down, resist with your left heel. As you resist the left heel, push your left heel up and then pull your left thigh bone into the hip to straighten the top leg. And then stay here, stay here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Well done. If you need to take a break, you can rest here for a few moments. And then I'm going to set up for the next pose to demonstrate to you. As in when you're ready, you can turn around and come up. For the next pose, we're going to use a chair. I know that not everyone has a proper yoga chair, so that's okay. We are going to try to make it work, because if you don't have a proper yoga chair, the measurement will be very different for everyone. So there may not be a lot of guidance for me, but I will tell you what is the essence. That means what you should be looking out for. You need to be a bit creative to change the setup to suit you. Okay, I'm going to show you what we are doing first. Now, those with yoga chair, we are going to do it slightly different from those people who are not using yoga chair, because I need to modify in order that you can use it for normal chair. Now we're going to need 2 blocks. Have 1 block first. I will show you. This is for people with normal chair, not for yoga chair. Okay, with normal chair, we have the backrest of the chair on our right side as we are doing the right leg forward. Okay, now I'm going to place a block in front so that my right leg get elevated up. So I'm going to place this, and I want you, as you sit down, make sure your shin bone is perpendicular to the floor. Your shin bone, can you see this is a shin bone? This is, if you some people may not understand English as well. The lower part of our leg, the bone structure here we call the shin bone. The upper part of the leg, the bone structure here we call the femur bone. So this is a shin bone. Make sure this is perpendicular to the floor. Okay. Then we're going to have our leg back. So here you need to adjust in such a way that your back leg thigh is pressing against the wall. So, but the leg is bent. I don't want you to straighten. I want you to bend. But the front thigh, this part, the front thigh is pressing into the chair. Understand? Now, if you need to, this is optional. You place a block underneath your right buttock. Only the right buttock. Underneath the right buttock where you can sit. And then the left top thigh is pressing into the chair. Okay? Now, this is the setup for normal chair, not yoga chair. Those people with yoga chair, slightly different. Your backrest will be behind you. But you do exactly the same. You do exactly the same. So, you have to have your left leg go behind. Okay? You have to have your left leg go behind. Same thing. Shin bone perpendicular. Your left thigh is pressing into the wall. Bend leg. Then you can also put a block onto your buttock. Okay. Now, the purpose is this. The purpose is this. I'm going to show with normal chair. So most people may have only normal chair. So the purpose is, I want your shin bone to push into the chair so the thigh bone pull in. Pull in. So press in, pull in. Can you see this buttock move back? Yes? This action with the front leg. Back leg. Back leg, I'm pushing into the chair. So this hip turns forward. This action. So when we combine 2 actions, you feel this. Okay, legs bend. I want you to learn this action. Okay, now let's try. Maybe I will do it with you with this angle. I don't know. Normal chair, your backrest is on your right side because you cannot climb in. With those with yoga chair, your left leg go inside. Okay. Now, when you're sitting on the block, when you're sitting on your right buttock, your block should not be blocking your left thigh. Should not be blocking your left thigh. So you adjust in such a way, pull it out towards the right side a little bit more so that you're not blocking your left thigh. Okay. Now back leg is bent. I don't want straight first. Remember, we learned the leg action here. This leg, push forward. This leg, back leg, push forward. Right leg, pull back. Your thigh bone, pull back. So from here, this is the action. I want this action. Okay, so let's try. But you won't be doing dynamic. You will be staying and then keep pulling and pushing. Okay, now let's start. Front leg first. Push your shin bone into the chair so you feel the thigh bone go in. Your hip goes back. Strong. Maintaining your front leg. Now the back leg. Push your thigh into the chair so that your left hip roll forward. Your left hip roll forward and you feel your sacrum broadens. Stay here. This action. Continually doing this action. Stay here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Change leg. Did everyone get that? I don't know. Did everyone get that? Those with normal chair, now your back rest of the chair should be on your left side as you do your left leg. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Everyone is ready? Now start with the front leg. Your shin bone push into the chair. As you push your shin bone into the chair, feel the top thigh, the thigh bone pull in. Your left buttock goes back. Pull, pull. Now maintain the front leg. Now the right leg, push the thigh into the chair. Push the thigh into the chair and then feel your right hip turning forward. Feel your right hip turning forward. Yes. The result is you will feel your sacrum broadening. You feel the sacrum broadening. And then stay here. Stay here. 10, 9. Don't straighten your leg. Not straight leg. Back leg not straight. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Okay. For some of you, this may be very new, so you may not know what to look for. Therefore, we need to repeat. So everyone be patient. We need to repeat. What you need to feel is, see, when we're doing this, my hip is sengek. My hip is slanted. When we do this, my hip is facing forward. Can you see that? So this is the action. You pull the thigh in, and then you push the hip using your leg forward. So then your hip becomes level, facing forward. So you need to have this strength. And that comes from your leg, not just turning the hip. It's the leg, the resultant effect is the hip becomes facing forward. Okay, now let's try right leg one more time. Right leg. Right leg forward, left leg back. Right leg forward, left leg back. Okay, now right shin bone perpendicular. Right shin bone perpendicular. Now start with the front leg. Push the shin bone into the chair. Pull your thigh in. So your right buttock wants to go back. Maintaining the front leg, left thigh push forward. As you push the thigh forward, your left hip move forward. Left hip also move forward. And then stay there. Stay there. Keep pulling front leg, pushing back leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Well done. Turn around. We're going to do left leg. You can turn your chair around or you can turn your body around. That's fine. Either way. Either way is okay. Left leg forward, right leg back. Let me check. Remember the back leg, I don't want it straight. Those of you who know, this is a variation of your Virabhadrasana 1. But I don't want your straight leg first, because with straight leg, you lose that control. Use bent leg, maintain the control. We will do the straight leg version later. Okay? Now, those who are ready, left leg, front leg, push the shin bone into the chair. Pull your thigh in, and your left buttock goes back. Pull, pull, pull. Maintain the front leg. Now, back leg, push the thigh into the chair. Push the thigh into the chair. Your right hip roll forward. Right hip roll forward. Yes, and then stay in that position. Both legs are strong. Stay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Well done. And then we're going to come back to the wall. This time, we have one block, blade shape, flat surface against the wall. And then one block in front. So roughly, look at my mat. If you are very flexible, the front block should be about 1/4 from the front. If you're not so flexible, about 1/3. Okay? Up to you. We're going to do Parsvottanasana. Parsvottanasana, we have one leg forward and then one leg back. Okay? So with the one leg forward, one leg back, see the camera. My heel is aligned with the heel. So in one straight line. Beginners, I don't want you to start doing this. Experienced practitioner, you can maintain this straight line, your heel, front heel aligned with the back heel. For beginners, I want you to heel align with hip, back heel align with hip. Give you more stability. We are actually focusing on how to use the leg. It'll be more stable this way to start. Experienced practitioner, we can go to the final one. Actually, the final one is a heel to arch, but heel to heel is good enough. Okay? Now, that is the position of your leg. Now, how are we going to place? If you are not too flexible, 1/3 away. If you are flexible, not so much. So this means that with the right leg forward, your front block is towards the right side, back block is towards the back. I'm going to have my back heel against the block, and then I'm going to slowly take the front leg and then place my mount on the block, heel down. Okay? And then the distance will be aligned with my hip. Distance will be aligned with my hip. Okay? One more thing is the back foot. The back foot, some people, they have very flexible ankle. So their back foot is totally facing forward. Can you see my back foot? Totally facing forward. Even if you are very flexible, you are able to do that, don't. Because you can test it for yourself. When your back foot is facing forward, your heel doesn't press very well. Our strength comes from the heel. So you may not have enough strength for the heel, for the back leg. Your back leg is very flimsy, very flimsy. So when you do a lot of pose, you don't feel as stable. So what I want you to do is the back foot here, don't face forward, take it out maybe 60, 70 degrees. When it's take it out 60, 70 degrees, you can feel, you can push the back heel. Even you open your hip, don't worry yet, push the back heel, especially the outer back heel, push. Then you can push that. Okay? Same idea here. Now everyone, we can do together now. Have your right foot in front, back foot back. Your back heel is against the block. This is a short distance for people who are stiff. If you are flexible, go a bit further. So it's about 1/4 away. Okay? Now, Hands on the hips here. Hands on the hips here. We're only practicing the legs. Hands on the hips here. Focus on your back leg. Back leg is your past. Front leg is your future. If you don't know your past, you will never learn your life lesson. When you go into the future, you will make the same mistake. So always go to the past first, your back. Push your outer heel, back leg, outer heel into your block very strongly. Push. As you push, your leg hip want to open, don't worry. Maintain that strength first. If you don't have that strength, you cannot do. Okay. Now maintaining straight leg. Now, front leg, press the heel. Even though your front foot is resting on the block, you feel a bit pain. But it's because you are not focusing on your heel. You should push more on the heel. Push more on the heel. Now, everyone, front leg slightly bend. Push your heel. Push your front heel. Pull the thigh back. Pull the thigh back. This is the same on the chair. Pull it back. Pull it back using the heel. Pull it back. Now, back leg, strong. Push. Straight leg. Now, the back leg, your left heel, push forward like just now. So it's whoo. Then your hip is level. Your hip is straight forward. Push. Yes, stay there. Stay there. Now, back leg, heel, push until you can push your left hip forward. Roll your left hip forward. Same strength, but now straight legs. Now straight legs. Front leg, heel pressing more onto the floor, not the mount. Heel more. Pull your thigh in. As you pull your thigh in, your right buttock goes back. So it whoosh, whoosh, and release. Another factor you need to check is your own height. Mat is standard. The length of the mat is standard. So if you're very tall, definitely you have to be about 1/4. If you're very short, maybe 1/3 is already big enough for you. So you also have to adjust for the factor that you are high, you are tall, or you are short. Okay, it's all relative. We're only giving you guidelines so that you can actually manage. Now, this time the front block moves slightly closer to the left side, and then the back one moves slightly closer to the right side. From here, we are going to place the front foot, left foot, mount on the block, and then also to move back, and then I'm going to push the heel, turning my back foot out slightly, 60, 70 degrees, push into the heel, push into the block, hands on the hips. Now, you can already see a natural position here, my hip is not facing forward. So I need to use this strength. So this is what we're learning, okay? Now, everyone push the back heel. Don't worry about the hip in the beginning. Push the back heel. Strong. If you don't have that strength, this one cannot move. So push the back heel and see if you can keep pushing the back heel. Turn and rotate your right hip and then maintaining that strength. Now, the front leg, if you can, lift the foot up slightly so you are focusing on your heel. With the heel, you can slightly bend first. Pull the left thigh bone in and back. Pull, pull. As you pull, push the back heel. So the front thigh, pull in, back leg, push back. And then turn the hip. And then your hip will be level. Stay here. Stay here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Did everyone feel that? Okay. Repeat one more time. Repeat one more time. Front block, go to the right side. Back block, go to the left side. Front foot forward. Back foot back. Hands on the hips. Push the back heel. Push the back heel. Maintaining strong back heel. Turn the left hip. Now you're rotating your thigh inward. Your back leg, the thigh rotate inward. Yes. And then from here, press on the heel. If you cannot feel your heel, you're still feeling very harsh on your mount, on your front foot. That means you are pushing too much pressure on the front. Use the heel. Lift your foot up. You can feel that. And then if you cannot feel the pulling, you bend the leg, pull to straighten. Then you can feel that. If you don't need that, you don't need that. You just keep pulling back. Yes. So that is a strength. Like this. And then your pelvis will be facing forward. Stay here. 10, 9, 8, leg straight. 7, back heel. 6, 5, back leg straight. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Well done. Front block, go to the left. Back block, go to the right. Now, left foot on the front block and then right foot on the back block. Now, the back foot turn out so that you can push the heel. Otherwise, the heel has no strength. So push the heel. Experienced practitioners, not just pushing the heel, so you can push the outer heel. So you can push the outer heel. Now, as you push the outer heel, turn the right hip forward. Your thigh goes internal rotation. Turn here. Then left leg, press the heel more, pull the thighs back, and then your hip becomes level. Keep strong back leg. Front and back working at the same time. One pull, one push to rotate. Push, rotate. Yes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Watch me. I'm only having a glance. Some of you, your front leg, look at my front leg. Look at my front leg. You are pushing your knee. This is hyperextended. Can you see my leg is actually curving down? Even though I'm not a super flexible people, this is already curving down. You are pushing your knee. Don't push your knee. You are actually using the heel, pull the thigh. Okay, my left leg is more flexible than the right. So my left leg can go hyperextension. I also need to be careful. Otherwise, I'm going to hurt myself. So look at the front leg, not like this. Some of you, you are still like this. Like this means your thigh is not pulling. You're pushing the knee down. That's the action you're doing. You're pushing the knee down to straighten. That's not the action. The action is pull this in. Use the heel, pull. See, now it doesn't hyperextend. If I let go of this strength, it becomes like this. Okay? Just be careful. Be careful. Now, I want to go back to Virabhadrasana 1 now. After you learn this with straight leg, with the back, and also with the front straight, we started with 2 bent legs. Okay? With the 2 bent legs, now with the pull straight leg, with the 2 bent leg, same. Understand? Same action. 2 bent leg, 2 straight leg, same action. Now we're going to do 1 bend, 1 straight. But I'm going to let you lift the heel up and push into the wall so it's not so difficult for you. Take your chair. Take your chair. You might need to adjust the distance of your chair against the wall according to your leg length. Some people very long legs, you might need to move away more. Some people very short leg, you might need to move closer. But the setup is exactly the same. Setup is exactly the same. So right leg forward, left leg back. But now, oops, because I have hooks there, I need to move this slightly. So, same setup, but now see if you can reach. See, this is too far for me. I can't reach. I can't reach, too far for me. So I'm going to move slightly closer. Yes. See, my mount of the foot is on the corner of the wall and floor. And then the heel is on there. And then I relax the back leg first. From here, I will be pushing my shin bone, try to come to perpendicular, push the shin bone, pull the thighs in. And then now I'm going to push the heel into it to turn the hip. And then we're going to extend the arms up. Virabhadrasana I. Okay, but we're focusing on the leg action. Let's try, everyone. Go and set up. Oh, everyone is already set up. Good. Now, with this, start with your front leg. Just for practice, start with, actually, when we do the pose, both legs activate at the same time. But because we are sitting down, this is a practice drill, so we go step by step. Start with the front leg, push your shin bone into the wall, pull the thigh in. Then push the back heel, straighten the leg, and then turn the left hip forward. The back leg is like Parsvottanasana. The back leg almost like what we did just now with the straight leg. Now the front leg is still the bend leg. So we go one bend, one straight. And when you're ready, keep this action. And then raise your arms up. 10, 9, 8, 7, back leg strong. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Well done. Now, because we need to use the wall again, so you have to turn the chair around. Okay. Ready? Front leg, push the shin bone into the wall, into the chair, pull the front thigh into the hip. Pull it in, extend the heel, push, straighten, turn the hip. And then stay there. Extend the arms up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, back leg straight, 2, 1, and release. We are taking this quite slow so that you can get the action. So don't worry. We haven't done a lot of poses. Don't worry about it because it's more important. A lot of this you can apply to many poses. You can apply to many poses. So it's about the techniques, how you use your body rather than what pose we are teaching you. I want to do one more time, but this time specifically for more experienced people. If you want to try, there is more refined actions in there. If you're a beginner, don't overwhelm with yourself. It's okay. It's okay to take it slow. If you are too overwhelmed, you cannot control your body. We start with easier actions, then we go to more subtle action. Because this is a very mixed class, so we will actually go in a little bit deeper. Now, go back to your right leg now. Watch first. I will do the left leg, but we start with the right leg. I want to do this leg so you can see the screen from here. So just now, we have already done this. Now, other than this, there's also one other action. This thigh bone goes in. The back thigh bone also goes in. Now, this is the difficult one. So, as you're doing this, You bend the legs as you are almost straightening. So in order to straighten, you're pulling that up. So as you're pulling that up, your sacrum rolls down. Pull up, sacrum down. So now my lower back is released. Pull up. Can you see that? So a lot of people just straighten. I'm not very flexible. They do this. So not straightening like this. You're straightening like this. Pull it up. Instead, okay, let's try. Right leg. Okay. Those who are more beginner, don't worry too much because this is enough for you to practice. Those are more advanced, try. Front leg, pull, push your shin bone back, thigh bone in. Push, thigh bone in. Then extend the heel and then turn the leg hip forward. Now, straight back leg, pull the thigh in as you roll the sacrum down. Pull the thigh in. Pull the thigh in strong. And then raise your arms up and then stay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Well done. Change left leg. Okay. When you're ready, left shin bone, push back, thigh in. Push the heel, turn the hip, 99% straight. To straighten more, pull the thigh in, and then sink the sacrum down. And then raise the arms up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Enough of this action. One thing is your front leg, you don't feel much. You feel back leg, right? Because your front leg is not perpendicular. When your leg is like this, you only feel your back leg. You don't feel much of the front leg. And even you feel your front leg, you feel more on the front of the foot. You are almost like this. This is the action you are doing. You really need to make sure this is quite perpendicular in order the front leg is also activated. If you're doing like this, you don't feel much of your front leg. Yeah, so this is something you watch out for. We don't repeat, okay? We don't repeat. Something you watch out for. Now, next, we are going to do Virabhadrasana II. Yesterday, we have done lateral extension, but all of the lateral extension we did straight legs. We're going to try to do lateral extension and bend leg. I show you first. I'm going to show my left side so you can see from that screen. With the lateral extension, we're going to start like this, 90 degrees angle. See my bend leg here. Now, my Virabhadrasana II, my leg will be out over there. So this will be my Virabhadrasana II. Okay? But we're going to start like this. But you need to make sure this leg is facing forward. Many people, this leg, like this. Especially when your leg go back, you go like this. Can you see this leg? It needs to be here. Perpendicular, not like this. So watch out for this leg. We're going to start by doing this first, staying here. And then I want you to hold your thigh, 4 fingers forward, thumb go back, and then you turn, you rotate. We might overdo a little bit, it's fine. And then in Virabhadrasana II, we are facing forward. Here, the hip is naturally 45 degrees angle. But you need to maintain this And then now turn from your hip to come to forward position. The other hand, go back, that will help you. You hold the side of the chair. If you don't have a stick or a round place where you can hold like this, you just hold like this. Push into the back of the chair. Okay? But see this one. My leg doesn't go this way. Always go this way. Okay? Now, everyone, take a chair and a block. Now, have your left leg facing the front camera and the left leg 90 degrees. 90 degrees. Your body to start will be about 45 degrees angle. Now, I want to raise this slightly so we can more or less come to 90 degrees. If you are very tall, you may not need this. Very tall. If you are very short, your shin bone is very short, you may do this. Okay? So the aim is see whether we can come to a 90 degrees angle. In 90 degrees angle, this thigh bone can go in easiest, but muscle will be activated more. So here, muscle is very tiring, but the action will be more intense so you can control your body. Now, right hand, 4 fingers facing forward on your inner thigh, thumb, go back, and then turn your thigh out. Turn your thigh out. So we might be overdoing a little bit, that's fine. So it's just like yesterday, we also overdo some of the things. So you can feel the groin opening. Now from here, turn from the hip so that you are facing your front camera. Your left hand go behind and then hold the chair. So you need to be able to feel this front leg, your right leg, turning out and keep moving back. Turning out, keep moving back. As your body starts to turn from the right side towards the left. Turn, turn, turn. Yes. And release. Change leg. This is easy. Now, can you see my buttock? I'm sitting only on my front leg buttock. My back leg buttock is hanging. Okay? So this is another trick. In terms of practicing this drill, this buttock is out. So this leg is free so that you can move back later on. So this leg is free. This one, we use the chair so that you can come to this 90 degrees. You can stay. Okay? Now left hand, 4 fingers forward. Grab, turn. As you turn, move the knee back. Overdoing is okay. Overdoing is okay. And then now turn from the hip, left to right. Right hand, go behind, hold. Now, don't lean towards your front leg. Go to the center. Go to the center. Now, your left thigh should be keep rolling out and back. Rolling out and back. And then your body is always turning from the hip, left to right, in the opposite direction. So your front leg and your trunk is moving in opposite direction. Stay there. Okay, change back. This time, we are going to straighten the leg. Now, with the chair, when we're doing this, okay, you need to turn in. See, my heel is aligned with the arch. And then you see my leg is turning out. This is the final position. Maybe you can't see. I don't know. Okay. 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 So see this leg is 90 degrees and the heel to arch of the back foot. When using the chair afterwards, if this is difficult for you, because your hip is very tight, my hip is very tight, this is a lot of effort for me. So your front foot moves slightly forward. Your back foot moves slightly forward. So this becomes easier. This is not so heavy for me. Okay, so you are aligned your heel to heel, or you are very, very tight, you'll go a little bit more. But see my front leg, I'm always straight, 90 degrees. I'm always maintaining this. So going to the final position, this is tough. This one, the groin has to open a lot. So this is where we are. So I give you the option, your back leg can move forward until your hip can take it. For beginners especially. Experienced practitioner, you should go to the final one. Experienced practitioner, go to the final one. Now, everyone sit down with the right leg, right knee facing. Now see, I'm sitting only on one sit bone. You need to try to come to 90 degrees. So I'm actually sitting in one sit bone. The other sit bone is hanging. The other sit bone is here, here. So it's here. So this one, afterwards I can free to move. Right hand, 4 fingers, hold, turn. As you turn, move it back slightly. Then left hand, hold the back. Now, lean slightly to the right hand side. Extend your leg back. Have the heel out, toes in. Follow step by step. We are leaning towards the right side. We're not doing Parsvakonasana. But here, if you see, your left sit bone is high, right sit bone is down. So you want to make it level, just like what we did yesterday. Now your left sit bone sink down. As your left sit bone sink down, then your hip can be level with the floor. Strong back leg, back heel push, back heel push, back heel push. And then pull the back thigh into the hip, back thigh into the hip. Yes. Now, notice your front leg. Many people, without control, without awareness, your knee will be moving forward. Now, move the knee back. Move the knee back. Move the knee back. Arms to the side. Virabhadrasana II. Stay. 10, 9. Your back leg, sink the sit bone down, sink the sit bone down, sink the sit bone more down. 7, 6. Your back leg sit bone sit down, sit down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Ah. I have very tight groin. It's a lot of effort. Change leg. Change leg. I'm sitting on my left sit bone. My right sit bone is hanging. Right sit bone is hanging. Four fingers. Hold the inner thigh. Thumb back. Turn out. Turn out. Turn from the hip. Right hand go behind, hold. Now, when you're ready, in order to extend your back leg, you need to lean first. Lean towards your front leg. Then only you have room, you can extend the leg back. Stay here, it's okay. Extend the back leg, find the back heel. Find the strength where you can push. You're not, you see, if I'm extending like this, see my inner foot is pressing. This is too long for me and my thigh is moving out of place. My thigh is moving away from my hip. So I need to find a place where my heel can press and then pull the thigh bone in. So even my hip is not yet there, you need to find this strength. Okay, after you found this strength, now your right sit bone is high, left sit bone is low. Sink the right sit bone down. This side is tighter for me. So this one, I still need to put more effort, but you need to sink your right sit bone down. Now, as you do that, see your left knee. Is it moving forward? Move it back. Left knee move back. Left knee move back. Arms to the side. Virabhadrasana II. Back leg strong. Back leg strong. Sink your right sit bone down. Sink your right sit bone down. Yes. Luang. Even more down. Yes. Good. Stay. 10. You're flexible. Your right sit bone more down. Right sit bone more down. 5, 4. Right sit bone. The straight leg sit bone. Down more. More. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to move from this pose, Virabhadrasana II, to go into Parsvakonasana. So they have a lot of similarities. They also don't have similarities. Okay. Do it with me. Do it with me. Same thing. We start like this. You are sitting only on your right sit bone. Your left sit bone is hanging. 90 degrees angle with the front leg. 90 degrees angle with the front leg. Your 4 fingers and then turn. Make sure the knee is always moving back. And then turn your hip from the hip, turn to the opposite side of your front leg. Okay, now lean towards the right side, extend your back leg. Now here, I told you before, if you extend too much, you are standing on your inner foot. This is too much. Your thigh bone move out. Too long already. So you need to come to a place where you can push the heel and then pull the thigh in. Yes. You need to push the heel, pull the thigh in, then you feel strong. As you feel strong, don't forget your right knee is still moving back. Then left sit bone, sit down. Left sit bone, sit down. Arms to the side, Virabhadrasana II. Now from Virabhadrasana II, in order for us to move to the right side, the right sit bone now lift up. But you lift up not just because it lifts up. It's because the front thigh bone pull in and this hip has nowhere else to go but to tilt. Can you see? This is moving, so this one tilts. As it tilts, your side trunk lengthens. You can rest the whole thing onto your thigh and then you can come down. Advanced practitioners, you can come down and touch the floor. Beginners, hold your elbow on the knee. But you need to feel the front thigh bone keep sucking in this action. Can you see this action? Suck in, and then the back sit bone lift up. And then keep pressing the heel, pull the thigh bone in. Yes. Advanced practitioners come down, but you make sure this is long. Side trunk is long, and then come down. Other people on your knee, and now turn the chair. Left hand, go behind, hold the chair. Shoulder away. Okay, even though we're not focusing on the top body, but your shoulder also needs to go away. Stay here. Now keep moving. If you're down here, push your armpit back so that your knee goes back. Okay? If you're here, move your elbow back so your knee can go back. Back heel still pushing, pull the thighs in. Okay, everyone's tired, come on. Okay, now one of the most common mistake, not really mistake, is their body are not activated. They don't feel stability in the pose. It's because the back leg is too long. So you can see a lot of people do, the outer foot is up. This one, they are trying to make long. Especially people who are very flexible, this is easy for them. This is easy for them. And then they can go down. But actually the back leg like this has no strength. Everyone, you can try. Go long, and then your outer foot cannot touch the floor. Only the inner foot can touch. This is no strength. You have no strength. You have no stability. So instead of this, you need to work such that your heel can push, even you're slightly bent, can push. Use the strength to push and pull the thigh bone in. Then this is strong leg. This is strong leg. Then you can sustain. This one is stable. Hard, very penat, very tiring, but you are strong. Okay? Now, let's try this side. Hold your thigh, turn back. Roll and move your knee back. And then turn the hip to face forward. Right hand go behind, hold. Lean towards your left side, leg go behind. Like just now, we slightly bend, find your heel. Find your heel, outer heel. Push and pull the thigh bone in. Prepare. Now, go to Vira 2 first. Because I want you to practice Vira 2 and Parsvakonasana, you understand the difference. Vira 2, your right sit bone sit down. Right sit bone sit down. Strong back leg, arms to the side. Left knee go back. Stay here. Okay. Now, when we move into Parsvakonasana, it's not just lifting the right sit bone, but you pull the left thigh bone in, and then this one will lift out. You pull it in and lift out. Lift out. Now, beginners, elbow on the knee. Advanced, lengthen the side trunk as much as you can. Rest your fingers down. Okay? Stay here. Stay here. Right hand go behind. Hold your chair. Stay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Back heel. Don't lose the back heel. 5, 4. Pull the back thigh in. 2, 1. Release. Sit on your chair. Rest. What have we done today? We revised how to work with your legs while lying down on the floor. This is your Tadasana action. We started with Supta Tadasana. You have this action. Then we're going to start to split the legs, one leg forward, one leg back. We then go on to Supta Padangusthasana 1. So you work on the bottom leg and the top leg. Not just the top leg. Many people practice Supta Padangusthasana 1, only focusing on the top leg. Today, we didn't do that. We started with the bottom leg, work slowly towards the top leg. Both legs are activated, not just the top leg. Then we work on the hip, how the legs are supporting your hip action. 2 bent legs, 2 straight legs into Parsvottanasana. Then we do Virabhadrasana 1, where 1 bend, 1 straight. Then we complete the cycle by doing lateral extension with bent leg. Yesterday, we only do lateral extension with straight legs. Then we do with the bent leg. We use 2 poses to demonstrate this. One is Virabhadrasana II, one is Parsvakonasana. So this is so far what we have done. And we have not yet, but today we're going to do the last one, which is inversion. When you're inversion, how to work with the legs, okay? But today is a very simple inversion because you have not built your arm strength yet. So we're going to do a very simple one, which is Urdhva Prasarita Padasana against the wall. You'll be half resting, but half working with your legs. Now, I want to show you, pull your mat to the wall. Now, we need to lie down like an L shape. So your legs is on the wall, your back is lying on the floor. If those of you who have rope wall, as you lie down, you can use the rope wall to pull yourself in. If you don't have rope wall, you need to work a little bit harder. Okay, let me show you how to go in. First, we're going to kneel down with the buttock facing the wall. So you need to go very close to the wall. The buttock is almost touching the wall. You don't have to be able to touch, but you have to come very close. From here, we're going to rest your shoulder down before you turn. And then you see your buttock can go closer. In here, don't go up first. In here is easier to move your buttock so close to the wall. Easier. After that, you turn around, lift the legs up, adjust yourself in the center. Then we have this position. See the buttock so close to the wall already. Understand? Now here, watch first, listen. What I want you to do is bend slightly, Imagine you're pushing away, but you're also having some strength, not a lot, pushing into the wall. Pull the thighs in to straighten. And then extend the arms up and then stay here. Keep the thighs into the hip. Keep extending the heel up. That's all. Okay, now let's try. Those of you who need help to go in, you can follow my instruction. Those of you who have rope wall, you can pull the rope. It's easier. You can do that. Advanced practitioners go in any way you feel you are comfortable. Okay. If you're not used to it, follow me. I'm going to do very slowly. We go in together. First, I want you to kneel down. Curl your toes. Kneel down with your back facing the wall. Then you come down on your palm. Buttock, get as close to the wall as you can. Once you're in this position, I want you to slowly turn and then rest your shoulder down. As you rest your shoulder down, lie down on the side way. After you lie down on the side way, see if your buttock can touch the wall. If you can't, move yourself in. Move yourself in so you can touch from the side. It's easier from the side. Then turn and lift the legs up. After you've done this, your body may be a bit sengeng, a bit slanted. So you need to adjust a little bit so you're in the center. So just adjust until you feel you're in the center. Okay, now everyone, slightly bend your leg, heel gently push into the wall, and you imagine your heel can no longer go further up. Imagine you cannot go further up. So now pull your thigh bone in and towards the floor to extend the leg, and then resist with the heel. The heel as if you cannot push anymore, but of course that is not true. You need to imagine, and then push your thigh bone in, and then feel the legs pulling into the hip, compact hip, maintaining straight legs. Now raise your arms over the head, and then stay here. Stay here for a while. Don't relax the leg. This one I want active pose first. Later, we are going to relax. But now, for now, active legs. Repeat one more time. Everyone, slightly bend your leg, heel against the wall. Gently push against the wall, gentle. But then imagine you cannot push your heel up anymore. Pull the thighs down to straighten the legs, and then resist with the heel. Pull the thighs down into the hip. Yes, until you can straighten the legs. Good. Yes. Stay here for a little while before you relax your legs. Keep the legs activated for now. Okay, now slowly release the legs, and then your arms come to the sides of your body, about 45 degrees angle. You can rest here for a little while. Into a passive pose, into a passive pose. Now slowly bend the legs and then turn around. And you may now go into Shavasana. We already shown you how to do Shavasana yesterday. So you can do Shavasana. If you need some head support, you can put a blanket or something underneath your head if you need to, and then lie down flat.